All right, so now we're going to talk about burpees. And to give you a quick idea what is a burpee, I'm going to have Shanna here demonstrate it for you. And then we're going to break down the technical aspects of the burpee. Go ahead, Shanna, please. All right, beautiful. All right, a lot going on here. And this is, in fact, the dreaded burpee. People have grown to hate burpees, but man, are they efficient at doing what they're supposed to do, and that is increase your conditioning. All right, so what are we really looking at? Well, there's quite a bit going on here. This is a gymnastic movement. So what Shanna's basically going to start off by doing is she's going to reach down with her hands, trying to keep them as close to her feet as possible. Please notice, her legs end up bending. She's pretty flexible, but she's not Gumby. All right, so hands to the floor. And if your hands don't make it to the floor because you're that unflexible, that's okay too. Just get ready to transfer your body weight to your hands as your legs kick out. So hands here, kick out. Shanna, stay in a plank. All right, now she's here landing out in this plank position, which is not where we want you to be. But just to understand how the legs are gonna kick out. Now come back in if you could. Stay here. So hands to the floor. The timing on this is pretty basic. When she kicks out her legs, as you just saw her do, the moment the legs touch the floor, her chest should be on the floor. So she's not stopping in this plank position. She's basically dropping right to the floor. Go ahead, Shanna, show them. Beautiful, yeah. So the moment the feet hit out, she's just hitting the floor. So stay here. Now, coming up, she's actually gonna raise her upper body first, which is gonna start coming off the floor, and she's gonna get ready to jump forward with her feet wider than her hands. So whatever position her hands were in, her feet will be wider, and she's looking to land in a deep squat, transferring the weight to her feet. And then from here, she's gonna finish the movement off with a jumping jack. So again, let's look at this in slow motion, but broken down, but we're gonna go right through it. So hands to floor, kick out, lie on the floor. Roll the upper body up first, jump back into a deep squat, and finish with a jump jack movement. Okay, so let me see 3 reps again quick. And you'll notice she's pretty much bouncing off the floor, but it's still a controlled movement. Now this is a traditional burpee. We'll stop right there. That's a traditional burpee. It proves the greatest benefit from point of view of fitness, improving fitness. There's a newer technique coming onto the market for speed. Now, speed often means that you're not getting as much actual benefit from it, but if you're ever doing an exercise prescription that requires speed, you may want to consider what's the most efficient way of moving through this actual movement. So here's the only thing you're going to do different is hands are going to go to the floor. She's going to kick out, lie on the floor right away. Beautiful. Here's what she's going to do differently now. The upper body is still going to come up, but instead of jumping and landing in a deep frog, she's actually going to do a movement where her legs come up, go back down. Her legs are going to come up and they're going to bend the minimum possible, almost looking like an exercise we call toes to bar. So all it means is that she's using less of her quadricep muscle, right? Less leg movement, which means that she's not going to tire out her entire body. She's still going to finish with her jumping jack. She's not going to tire herself out quite as fast as she would otherwise do in the traditional way. So again, let's look at the fast way. This is just pure for speed, hardly bending the legs at all. One more time. All right, so there you have it. That's the burpee. I encourage the traditional one because we often want to see people just become fitter. But again, if you need the speed for an exercise protocol of the day, go ahead and use it. I think you have a lot of fun with this one. Fun. Yeah.